Hello everybody. Today I had originally planned to talk about fostering and the different types of fostering that you can do, but actually it's made me think a little bit more about the wider world of fostering, and I suppose reflect on the fact that fostering always means loss of some kind. The mere fact that a child is in foster care means that they have lost their birth family, their neighbourhood, their schools, their nurseries, a lot of their connections and the things that they feel familiar with. Also, their family, whatever the circumstances, their family have suffered a profound loss. And that also has a ripple effect in their wider family networks, their friends, their neighbourhoods and their communities. So we start in foster care by working with loss. And we're not always understanding how the system works, or always agreeing how the system works. And we know that mistakes are made because the system is worked by people. But at EFS, we are at the end of the fostering process. So once decisions have been made about children being able to live with their families, we are there to see what we can do to help support them given their current circumstances. And I suppose that leads us to the reason we provide parent and child fostering placements. We start from that premise that children are actually best off with their own families. So parent and child fostering placements give an opportunity for parents who perhaps have had a difficult start in life to actually parent their own children in an environment that wants them to succeed. So parents who may need just that extra bit of support, that role modelling that they might not have had when they were younger, we can provide by our fostering families. And we've had some great successes. And in fact, we've even been able to reunite children with their parents through providing parent and fostering placements. Parent and child fostering placements, apologies. So that's the premise we start from. When children are a bit older and that might not be an option, we then look at how do we keep children's links with their own families going, and we see that as really important, and wherever it is possible we try our best to facilitate that. And actually some of our foster carers have made memory books for children's families. They've taken regular photographs. If children can't see their families face to face, which again is something we'd always encourage if at all possible, we would try and ask our carers to keep families updated in any way they can. So that's the wider world of fostering, I suppose. So I really was supposed to be talking to you today about different types of fostering. So we've talked about parent and child fostering placements. When children come to us, they have a whole variety of needs and it depends on their age. So sometimes our carers might be looking after children for a very short period of time while things are being sorted out on whether the local authority is looking for alternatives for children within their own family network. So our carers might just be providing a little safe holding space for children while plans are made, and that could be for a few months. With EFS, I'd say a short-term arrangement with us is probably about 6 months. And right at the other end of the spectrum, foster carers might be seeing children through to their adulthood, through to 18 and beyond. And we would expect, just like a member of your own family, for that support to go on into adulthood. Having said that, you don't have to sign your life away if you foster. You can look at providing the shorter term things for children, shorter term plans. You could provide what's called respite care, which is just short breaks for children. And sometimes those are short breaks for children with disabilities whose families might just need a little bit of break. And that can be weekends, holidays, or a regular time to just support children with their families. Or it could be supporting other foster carers and helping them with their fostering, because the loss that affects children obviously, inevitably affects their behaviour. And children are individual, just like all of us. They're not all bouncing off walls and, terribly difficult to control. But that loss, it takes its toll, and sometimes everybody just needs a break, and children need a holiday. Sometimes you need a holiday from your own children, and you do that by sending them to their grandparents. And in fostering, it's kind of similar. Sometimes you just need a little break. So we need foster carers who can look after children for short periods. So I would say if you're interested in fostering, you know, there's a whole range of things that you could provide and you could do depending on your own family circumstances. And right at the other end, I suppose I ought to mention adoption. Adoption is a permanent situation where it has been decided by a court that children are not going to be able to return to their families. And adoption is a legal situation, so a family legally takes over the parental responsibility of the child. That's something that we don't work with in fostering in EFS, but I would say our long-term foster carers still have a very in-depth and meaningful relationship with the children that they care for, and can still make a lasting and profound effect on those children's lives. So I don't know whether that's as clear as mud or whether I've helped a bit, but if you've got any questions or you feel there's something that I haven't covered there, please get in touch and let us know. Thanks.